Hello! Today we will be looking at sales and marketing funnels, also known as conversion funnels. The concept of conversion funnels has been around for years in the digital marketing world, and it is the subject of many articles and videos already. But everyone's always waffling on about optimizing complex landing page strategies with fancy diagrams and serious-looking statistics, but there is very little to be found in terms of concrete online case studies with actual video proof. And that is something I would like to change over the next few minutes. I'll be talking you through an existing conversion funnel of an actual brand. And that brand in question is Cooldrops, the solution that our team at Dropsolid offer to small businesses and independents. I'll be taking you behind the scenes of our conversion funnel using real campaigns, real tools, and real interaction between different systems. And this will hopefully provide you with the insight you need to start building your own digital sales and marketing funnels. Now, before we dive deeper into our Cooldrops case, let's go back for a second to our basic customer journey using this touchpoint model. You're probably already quite familiar with this model in one form or another. So the top half demonstrates our digital touchpoints and the bottom half displays the physical touchpoints. Now, it's not about the type of touchpoints or the order that they're in. The point I'm trying to make here is very simple. There are just so many of these touchpoints. Very often we notice that companies tend to work on every single touchpoint individually, thinking that everything will somehow magically come together into a coherent funnel, leading up to better awareness, more site visits, and subsequently higher conversion rates. If you don't set up a system, though, this is very unlikely to happen. And the only build-up these companies ever get to see is that of frustration. Let's steer clear of the idea that we can set up a successful funnel using individual tools that don't communicate. What we want to create is a single connected digital experience, something you can think of as a marketing machine. So, what do you actually need to build that marketing machine and solid conversion funnels? Well, first and foremost, a powerful and scalable content management system. For Cooldrops, we always rely on Drupal for this. Secondly, a CRM tool, in this case Team Leader. Third one in the list, your own marketing automation tools, in this case HubSpot. You can of course also go for Marketo or any other platform. Either way, as long as they suit your own philosophy and get the job done. A fourth important element is dashboarding. Of course, we can't live without Google Analytics for website statistics, but there are many more reporting tools available out there. A very recent addition to our stack is Camulio, a tool that allows you to create your own dashboards, and I'll be showing this later. There are a few other platforms, of course, like sales enablement tools or ERP systems that might be relevant to your business, but we don't use any of these in our Cooldrops conversion funnel. So, recap, the four things we use for this funnel: a CMS, a CRM, marketing automation, and reporting tools. Why is this so important? Not because these companies have paid us to mention them, because that is not the case, but rather because it is important to work using systems that allow for easy integrations and that can communicate with each other. All too often, we still notice that a company's choice for building any sort of IT-related business project sometimes will still depend on legacy IT systems. And it's incredibly difficult and also expensive to hook these old systems up to a modern environment. And their lack of innovation simply does not match the speed of open and scalable platforms. And you don't want anything bad to happen when building an ROI-based conversion funnel. Just make sure you don't get hijacked by some 90s technology just because it's always been done that way. Now, let's move on to discover the secrets to the conversion funnel of our Cooldrops brand. The Cooldrops business model is actually quite simple. We build scalable websites for small SMEs and independents. And we do this using our own Drupal platform at the core. The most basic offering in that Cooldrops universe is called Fix for Free, a free basic website. Sounds like a very easy product to get people engaged with, but you'd be surprised how difficult it is to win young entrepreneurs over with a free offering that usually costs money elsewhere. And I have to say, it took us quite a bit of time to build and tweak the right funnel for those free websites. Our primary goal for this funnel is actually very simple. We just want to push new entrepreneurs and independents to sign up for a free website via our registration form on the landing page. So how do we tackle this? Well, step one, SEO. Doesn't matter how much you spend on advertising, a good SEO strategy will still help both your short-term goals as the search rankings of your website. It's never too early to invest in good quality content about topics that are relevant to your target groups. So think about getting a head start with dedicating some time to writing. Good content will get picked up eventually by search engines, it just takes time. Also, don't forget about video as part of your strategy. To give you an example, at Cooldrops we create new video content and written articles every single week. And we measure the effectiveness of our Cooldrops SEO meticulously using Moz. That's a pretty nifty tool for SEO analysis. Its dashboards allow you to check your rankings against your competitors for certain keywords. When your SEO is right, you can start building your adverts. There's one crucial factor that separates a good ad from a great one, and that's testing. And then more testing, and then some more. Small things can make a tremendous difference. Teaser images, target groups, CTAs, and trial and error is usually impossible to avoid to a certain extent, but there are of course some best practices that will help for certain sectors and target groups. Also, don't underestimate the difference between video ads on Facebook and Google. Now, we only have one primary goal for our Cooldrops funnel: to make sure that new entrepreneurs register for a free website through our own landing page. And one clear landing page for one segment, that is what keeps things clear for our own marketing people and sales team. Our landing page for Cooldrops was designed using HubSpot. This allows us to make last-minute changes to carry out A/B tests in different versions. Everything is automatically tracked using dashboards where we can keep track of everything and anything that happens. All leads are automatically synced to our CRM, where the sales team can keep an eye on things and intervene if necessary. Behind the whole landing page is a hidden world of automated email flows and phone call alerts, where everyone involved can see the real-time status of every lead at any given moment in time. And this eliminates missed opportunities greatly. The integration between different tracking codes and tags on our website gives us additional insight into the effectiveness of certain lead channels, so we can shift into a higher gear on certain channels if appropriate. Now, content and ad creation is only a first step. It's that continuous tweaking that will improve your funnel and conversion rate significantly. We check our Cooldrops video stats every single day on the Google and Wistia portals, and we also keep an eye on the visitor paths on our website using Mouseflow. In addition, the CRM and HubSpot communicate with each other so that they are both up to date at all times. And because we track everything so meticulously, we can build aggregate statistics. For Cooldrops, we do this using Camulio, an advanced tool for custom reports. We created our own Cooldrops dashboards that show us detailed ROI, lead sources, time spent, etc. All in all, a great way to that continuous improvement. Remember, everything I've just shown you was just one funnel specifically designed for one single product aimed at one target group. As soon as you start to scale and build multiple funnels, you just have to automate as many processes as possible to keep track and improve the ROI of your spending. Just one more thing I'd like to share, and it's a rather optimistic takeaway. Every organization or company is capable of building a marketing machine, trust me. You can start out very, very small and scale up later. As soon as your foundations are solid and scalable, pretty much anything is possible if you bring in the right resources. As a young independent starter, for example, you could go for a combination of a Cooldrops Drupal website and then a MailChimp account and some basic Google Analytics tracking, whilst SMEs usually opt for a slightly more mature integration between Drupal, Team Leader and HubSpot, and then true mid-market companies can go all out and build a full digital experience that integrates their web platform and their existing BI tools like Salesforce or Marketo. Interested in finding out more about our conversion funnel? Just continue reading on our blog or sign up to our newsletter. And if you want to start building a conversion funnel yourself, just get in touch with Dropsolid.